extraordinaire with AB Boxing News. I'm here with Coach Andre Rozier. First, Coach, congratulations from last night's victory. Danny Jacobs became a two-time world champion.
Thank you.
And the people leave no doubt because he's officially a world champion with the IBF strap.
Yes,
so that question's out of the question, right? Out of the solution. How does it feel, Dan Jacobs, with the road that he's been through, world champion?
Well, Danny has really worked very hard to get to this point, and a lot of times people really didn't give him the credit that he was due. But now they can't sidestep him at all because he's earned his rare and his worth in that ring with that bout. Although the bout was bittersweet for me, they did a fantastic job in the fight, and Danny took care of business.
Eddie Hearn has mentioned that Danny Jacobs personally said that if he had to take a fight that's personal for him with Jamal Charlo, which you also said you want the Charlo too. My thing is, Eddie Hearn said something about a 90% to Jacobs and 10% of Charlo. Do you think that's a fair enough deal for Charlo? Because, I mean, if he was to tell Charlo, I don't think he'll take that percentage. What do you think it's a fair percentage, honestly?
Well, I mean, Danny's on top of the mountain.
Of course,
so
that's okay.
Charlo is not a champion, Danny is, and it's only fair that you treat the champion as justly rewarded for his hard work and endeavors in the ring, and Danny has finally achieved that. So now what we need to do is find out if the Charlo fight could take place, and I would say 75-25.
So 75-25 is reasonable. Okay. Do you feel like Jamal fighting Willie, is people underestimating that fight? Because Willie is a slickster, he knows how to box, maybe not the power, but he might give him Charlo a hard time.
Willie can give a lot of fits to anyone he faces in the ring. He's very, very smooth and fluid, and he's tricky. So don't think that the Charlo Monroe fight is going to be a washout. It's not. And Willie's been in with some pretty good guys, so he knows what it is and what it's all about. And pretty much this is that point where he has to rise and shine or fall into the depths of nothing and call it a day. So that's where we're at with that one.
In terms of Charlo's resume, can you kind of blame Charlo for not fighting the best, or more of his advisor promotions that have been advising his career?
I couldn't even tell you that one because I don't know who's saying no and who's saying yes. I don't dare to speculate because I can't even tell you who's the direct force behind it, but I know he should be fighting better guys if he wants to be representing in the elite category of the middleweight division.
I think I'm going Friday.
If you had to, let's say, if Charlo had to prove himself to get the Jacobs fight or the Canelo fight, who do you think he needs to face to get those fights? Or for a way to say, you know what, we'll give you a 50-50 split if you beat this guy. In Andre Rozier's perfect world, what would make sense?
Well, I mean, I'd like to see him fight a Selecki.
Selecki, okay.
Let me see him with a Selecki, someone who will give him a stern test, if not the actual ability to defeat him, and then we can talk. Right now, the meatloafs that he's been working against, I can't even begin to speak about that in the middleweight division that he's fought.
Yeah. Sorry. Oh my God, that was so good, man. And in terms of the 154 Jamal, do you see him as a threat at 160 once he jumps up to 160?
Well, I mean, I have to see him be that supreme threat at 54. He's a good fighter. They're both good fighters, but I'd like to see them do more. And I'd like to see them, sort of clean up their character. I don't really believe they act. I think they think it's necessary to act that way.
Yeah.
But they could be like stellar. They could be like the great twins instead of the bad twins, and really make things happen. So I'd like to see them change a few of those things, and then we'll see. But he's going to have a pretty good test with Tony Harrison. So let's look forward to that.
Lately, this was leaked out. Now I don't want to say leaked out, but there's rumors 2 days ago, last night, Triple G is speculated to sign with DAZN. I'm assuming it's a happy face for you and Jacob. I know he's not with DAZN officially, he's still a free agent, but since he's with Eddie Hearns, I'm assuming that's...
Well, we would love that. I mean, one of the key elements and redemption for Danny is to fight Triple G in a rematch. If he was with DAZN, it'd be easy as all get out to make. So if that's not true, I'd hope it eventually would be true.
Canelo's a big fight. I know you want, Jacobs want. I heard some of your videos how in preparing Jacobs, you're gonna do it to the roof, to the 100, to anything that's, I don't know, I'm imagining numbers, right?
Exactly.
What's the biggest attribute that Danny Jacobs have to avoid from Canelo? Because he's improving over the years, and I also wanted to ask you, I feel like that match between Jacobs and Canelo could be another replica of Lara Canelo in terms of Jacobs going southpaw, and he knows how to box. Do you agree with me, or any similarities?
Well, there's some similarities. Danny is a bigger athlete. He's a more rangy athlete. He possesses more punching capabilities, so that makes it a bit different. We just have to make sure, we have to make sure that we get to that point, and we'll work on fine-tuning Danny's better capabilities and really sharpening the ones that we have issues with. We will work on his jab, make sure that he's presenting and dictating policy with it, and just control the atmosphere at all times if this fight would happen.
Thank you for the time, Coach Andre.
Without a doubt, remember, November 30th.
Chris Algieri.
Chris Algieri is back.
Yeah.
My Argentinian Italian nephew is going to represent out in Long Island.
Yeah.
And this is only the beginning of many, many big things. The team is strong, the team is right, and we're looking to make sure we are out of sight.
The road to becoming a two-time world champion for Chris Algieri. Coach Andre Rozier, better known as mi tío. Take care.